I'm Sir Walter D, and this is my Norn Guardian Bristolf. Welcome to my updated World vs. World tutorial for Guild Wars 2. And a sincere thank you for the constructive feedback I received about the original version. So let's start off with a geography lesson. The World vs. World map consists of 3 mirrored borderland zones, essentially a World vs. World home for each server. The 3 borderlands converge in a semi-symmetrical zone called the Eternal Battlegrounds. All landmarks have equivalent versions in proximity to all 3 servers' spawning zones. Stone Mist Castle is the largest and the only completely unique landmark. The second largest are keeps. The World vs. World map has 12 keeps total, 3 in each of the 4 zones. Much more plentiful than keeps are towers, which are the smallest and most common fortifiable structures on the map. There are 24 towers in total, with a whopping 12 in the Eternal Battlegrounds alone. Less fortified and an equal number to towers are supply camps. There are also 24 supply camps in total, with 6 in each zone. Supply camps, though relatively easy to capture, are unique in their ability to produce and distribute supply around the map. This supply can be used defensively to make structures more resilient to enemy attacks. A fully upgraded tower, for instance, is a nearly impossible prize for an attacking force lacking siege weaponry. Siege weapons are also built using supply, the cheapest of which are the arrow cart, used for inflicting moderate damage to many enemies over a wide area, and the ballista, intended for more focused damage against enemy invaders and siege weapons. The catapult is used to break down walls, but also does respectable damage against the gates of enemy structures. And the trebuchet is an extremely powerful, though expensive, long-range option for breaking walls, gates, and dealing large amounts of area damage to troops. The flame ram is a single-purpose machine intended for breaking down enemy gates. No proper siege is complete without at least one ram and its bold and resilient operator. All siege weapons are built from deployable blueprints purchased from the Siege Master, available in your home spawn and inside friendly structures and mercenary camps. In light of this information, I hope it is apparent how important the acquisition and use of supply in this game mode is. As a new player, you can quickly prove your worth by running supply, that is, collecting it from nearby supply camps and bringing it to wherever it is needed on the front lines. I cannot stress how important this is. And as a rule, you should never take supply from towers, keeps, or Stone Mist Castle, only from supply camps. Capturing supply camps is a very helpful and relatively simple way to help your server succeed in its goals. A single experienced player can clear an entire supply camp of guards in a short period of time. However, this job is sometimes complicated by the presence of enemy mercenaries. Mercenaries are veteran NPCs that flood into supply camps from nearby mercenary camps after a server successfully befriends them. In many cases, mercenaries are enough to keep very small raiding teams at bay and turn the tide in the favor of a smaller defending force. In conclusion, mercenaries can help with the burden of guarding easily captured supply camps, and mercenaries are very good at their job, which is essentially to annoy players and to stall capturing teams long enough for defenders to arrive. There are 3 mercenary camps in the Eternal Battlegrounds, and 1 additional camp in each Borderlands zone. The different camps have varying conditions that must be achieved in order to befriend that mercenary group. This condition usually involves killing off an infestation of monsters from the camp. If the mercenaries are aligned to another server, however, you must enact genocide against them before befriending the next generation. The objective in World vs. World is to accumulate points for your server. Points are tallied every 15 minutes, 5 awarded for each supply camp, 10 for each tower, 25 for each keep, and 35 for owning Stone Mist Castle. With these points, a server can earn a variety of percentage bonuses that carry over into the regular PvE game. Over time, you will earn World vs. World levels, which will award you with small bonuses against a variety of World vs. World only hazards, as well as ranks which will display to players from opposing servers. There is, however, an even greater benefit for playing this game mode. While you take towers and kill invaders, you will receive experience that follows you back to the regular PvE game, and many players choose to level from 1 to 80 in World vs. World alone. Also, all the loot and money you find is yours to keep, and the badges of honor you earn will allow you to purchase gear for your character to use in both game modes. Also, given that all characters are bumped to a soft level 80, you can access all World vs. World content from the moment you first create your character. And by following the instructions of commanders around the map, you can rest assured that you will always know where the action is. So find a high quality commander, and make sure to follow their instructions. Superficially, World vs. World may seem like a massive, monotonous PvP tug-of-war, with some battles being fought over the course of hours. And after multiple deaths, some players choose to quit the game mode entirely. It is important to remember, however, that given the mechanics of supply in this game mode, there is always an intriguing game of strategy being played at all times, and though the map may say your invasion has come to a standstill, you could very well be starving your target of the supply they desperately need to defend themselves. And most importantly, remember that when you are down, you're not always out, because the heroic actions of your fellow players can often save you from the brink of death. Remember, kick ass and have fun. Maybe not in that order, but try to get both in.